Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, or their clubhouse. I was gonna say summer camp, season number 5. I'm excited. I got new toys, and we got a good topic today. So we're gonna introduce ourselves. If we sound different, it's because the equipment is better. That's basically it. I've only waited 6 months for this equipment. So just introduce yourself, please. Give me your name and your age.
I'm Kiara and I'm 9 years old.
Okay, Kiara, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, I'm Callan and I'm 9 years old.
Welcome, Callan.
Hello, I'm Elena and I'm 9 years old.
Oh, you extra loud today. Welcome, everyone. How you like the new setup? It's nice?
I like it.
I enjoy it.
Now we can move around. We could touch out.
Yeah.
We got our hands are free. I see faces now. I don't see bars all over the place. All right, this may work out for us. Please, let's introduce the topic for today, and let's see. Let's get right into it.
So the topic for today is basically from where you live. In other words, your culture.
Your culture. Okay, so today's topic is basically our culture, where our families come from, where I always like to say where your grandparents came from.
Also, what you celebrate.
I celebrate everything. I use Kwanzaa. I celebrate Christmas. I celebrate the what's the name of the one with the Jewish one with the oils, and I celebrate that too. If there's a celebration, I'm sign me up.
You celebrate every single holiday.
If it's a holiday and there's some festivities and you invite me, I'm celebrating that with you. I'm a celebrator.
I have never celebrated Kwanzaa.
No?
I don't think you would like what my family celebrates.
No, we're going to find out right now. So let's start off with you. It was your topic. Where's your family from? And give us a little bit about your culture.
Basically, most of my family is from Republic Dominican, but the parents of my grandmother are French, I think.
Oh, French. Parlez-vous français? That's all I know. And French fries. That's good. That's a nice mixture. A little Dominican and French. I can't hate on that. That's nice. Is there anything special that your culture does? Any holiday? Any festivity that they celebrate that might be a little different?
Let's start off with the things in where I live. We do not celebrate. Halloween is not a thing in Santo Domingo. That does not exist.
Do they do the following day, el Día de los Muertos?
No, they do not celebrate any of those.
I like Santo Domingo already.
31 is the 31 day is basically like a other normal day.
Yeah.
Now for the things they celebrate, pretty much everything. What's something that I don't think that they celebrate here? For example, this is not obligatory, but some people usually made a day for salsa. How do I explain this? But basically, my culture has this special dance, which is bachata and salsa, I think.
I know bachata. They call me a bachatero, for those that don't know. I like bachata. Bachata's dope. That's something nice to know. Definitely, bachata did come from Santo Domingo. I saw a documentary on Romeo Santos not too long ago. I think it was on HBO or something. Very interesting topics. How the music started and all that stuff. Okay, so give me a little bit about your culture, maybe your family, your background, something that they celebrate.
So I'm Puerto Rican, Trinidadian, and African American.
All right. Okay.
So I'm mainly gonna talk about my Trinidadian side because that's what I know most about.
All right.
My family celebrates fasting. Basically where you don't eat for like.
All right. Don't invite me to your house.
I told you.
I think you were right about that. I don't do much fasting.
So you basically eat when the sun goes down, eat and drink, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to do everything before sundown. But then you don't eat again to sunrise or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good if it's like a short day. If it's one of those days that, it's almost nighttime and it's 6:30 and you're really tired and you go to bed and you wake up again and it's 6:30 in the morning and the sun comes up, okay. But for me to do it on purpose, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, especially in the summertime. I know a lot of people that do fast, and in the summertime, it's still daylight to 9 o'clock. So it's a little different. But that's interesting. So the Trinidadians, they do a lot of what do you call it? A lot of fasting. Is there anything else that maybe from another part of your culture?
I don't really know any holidays, but a food that we usually eat is like it's called roti.
Oh, little roti. I know roti.
And
Roti,
curry
I know.
chicken.
And what? What's the other one?
And curry chicken.
Curry chicken.
Curry is basically like a spice, you could say.
Nice.
But it's not too spicy. It's like I would call it Cajun.
Yeah, so you can invite me to dinner, but I have to eat before 6 o'clock, and there's no doggy bags in your house, I guess. But that's cool. I like curry chicken, and my wife likes some. She likes the other dishes too. Last but not least, this what you got?
So my parents are actually like, they're both really kind of from New York City, but
Yeah, but your family comes from somewhere. Where your grandmother comes from?
my grandma comes from New York City, but my grandpa comes from Dominican Republic.
Okay, so you are Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
Okay, you Dominican.
I'm half West Indian too,
Okay.
and African American and Dominican.
Alright.
May I ask like what? Like
'Cause-
you said West Indian. Like do you know like?
Cause my dad's father is West Indian.
Do you know what island he comes from?
Yeah, like so like I would say I'm West Indian, but I'm like the place is Trinidad.
Yeah.
So I would say that I'm Trinidadian. Like
You're correct about that. Some people might be from another small island. If you're from Bahamas, you may be from another island. So, but maybe there's something you could find out about. Ask a little question. Ask Dad where Grandpa come from. So you have a little mixture. So you have Dominican, African American, and West Indian.
Yes.
Okay, so all right. Give me one of those good holidays that you guys celebrate that might be different, and definitely give me a good dish. Something
always-
that you'll crack out on holidays.
Every single like Thanksgiving, we don't even eat like turkey. Sometimes we eat chicken because like my mom and dad sometimes don't really like turkey.
Okay.
Like there's certain turkeys like,
Oh, so it's a
There's-
preference thing. They
yeah,
don't
like-
eat turkey out of preference.
and my dad's side of the family doesn't like eat pork because they don't really like pork and they don't really like hurting pigs.
I got you. But they hurt a chicken though. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
You hurt a chicken, but you won't hurt a pig. Don't get me started. I eat everything. Me and Andrew did a podcast before. We talked about everything that we would eat, and if it's not a cat or a dog, it's going down.
Don't eat my don't tell my dad, but I eat pork with my mom.
I think your audio cut off.
It did for a second. So you eat pork with your mom? Shh.
Yeah, I eat
I hope
pork
you don't
with
listen to the podcast. Dad's gonna be quite upset.
My audio is a little too low.
It's definitely not. So unless you're touching your microphone for some reason or you unplugged it,
Mine it sounded low. Okay, it's back. And now it's not back.
I don't know what's going on with you. But that's what yeah. Once you said you eat pork, everything got messed up over here.
Okay.
You should be fine.
It's fixed now.
Yeah, some people don't eat pork. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably have pork 5 times a week in my house. My daughters love pork chops. My daughter Isabella, she busts a pork chop every day. She does not care.
I like pork. I just don't eat it with my dad and his family.
Okay. That's all right. That's on you. I'm Puerto Rican. My mom, my dad, grandmother, everybody from Puerto Rico. So I'm the last of the full breed Puerto Ricans. But I am married to a lady, and she's Polish. So we mixing our cultures, and my daughters are Polish and Puerto Rican. So I call them Puerto Ricans. And they, I teach them a little bit about both cultures. So they eat pierogies, which is like a dumpling. It's kind of like a dumpling, to us. But it's called in Polish, it's called pierogies. And they like kibasi, which is like a sausage. They have some that you could just eat like a beef jerky, and then they have some that you fry. Either or tastes delicious. And then, I teach them about rice and beans and pork chops. So they like their rice and beans. They like the ajo con gandules. They like their patalitos.
I enjoy
So
patalitos.
they're mixing cultures. And what I'm trying to do, me and my wife are trying to teach them all three languages. So every day we teach them a new word in Polish and in Spanish. So we'll teach them, like every night we'll say good night in English, in Polish, and in Spanish. So we want them to get used to it.
Somehow my dad knows how to speak French.
I have no idea why your audio is not in.
Some
Yeah, I think once you said pork, everything got messed up.
I don't think this microphone likes pork.
Nah, I think your microphone. We're gonna have to invest in figure out the kinks in the system. Um, yeah, I don't think everything is plugged. Everything seems to be plugged, and you was working a couple of seconds ago, so maybe that is loose or something. I'll check it for you. As a matter of fact, take it off while we're doing this. So I'm trying to teach them a little bit about everything. So that's what we're doing. I mean, is there something that they're trying to teach you in your culture, like something that normally doesn't happen? Any of you guys? We can't have no dead air.
It's the opposite for me because I'm basically is still learning English kinda, but I can speak it fluently. I think.
You speak pretty good. I don't have a problem understanding you. I mean, if I could understand my mother, I could almost understand anybody. My mother's Spanish is horrible, but she's okay. I understand what she's saying.
My dad kind of speaks a little bit of French. I don't know how he knows it. He just does. He doesn't even know anybody who speaks French.
I think a lot of islands in the West Indies, that's one of their second languages. Like in Santo Domingo is Spanish, but if you cross the border and in Haiti, it's basically French, because a lot of those places were conquered by the French before, and then after years and years and years, they were given back to either the government or something. So ancestors already spoke French and stuff like that. Creole is another language that they speak. So it's it's already embedded in their culture. Some people do that.
My mom just speaks with a accent when she speaks to people on in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't really have a language we can call our owns. But we just speak with an accent.
So that's like Jamaican. Jamaican people speak English, but they speak with a dialect and sometimes they speak so fast that it sounds like a totally different language. And obviously the words are used differently, but you just have to really concentrate and you'll get what they're saying.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of Jamaican friends, and they used to talk to me, and I got the last 4 words, but that's all I needed to know. The beginning was just and then he'll give me exactly what he needs to tell me. So the beginning was the hype words, and then when it got to the last 4 words, I understood what he wanted. So it's a little difficult, especially almost any dialect, Spanish. And there's so many different dialects in Spanish. Dominicans speak different than Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans speak different than Mexicans, and it's really hard.
It's like a loop, kind of.
Yeah, it's really hard sometimes. I speak to a lot of parents on the phone, and I have to concentrate when I'm speaking to someone that's not Puerto Rican, even though they're speaking Spanish, just because the wording and the accents and the dialect is a little different. Well, that seems to be an interesting topic. Thank you very much for that topic. We should come back to that. I think there's a lot of things in our culture that we should all be proud of. I mean, we all different, and that's what makes us different. Having different things happening, different parts of our family, different cultures and stuff like that. All right. Thank you very much. You have anything else to say? No? You don't want to say goodbye to nobody?
Bye.
That's it? All right. We're out of here.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
All right. We're out of here.